Motion carries. Thank you. Supervisor's financial report, July 2014. Highway interest, $24.78. Highway chips, $42,377.54. Ambulance fees, $19,299.05. Ambulance donations, $400. Venetia Library rent, $300. Venetia Library electric reimbursement, $170.63. Justice fees, $5,874. Permit code officers, $100. Building permit fees, $3,199.50. Town clerk fees, $259.84. Dog licenses, $143.50. Fuel reimbursement, $614.18. Mariner cell tower, $865.07. Venetia water rents, $13,000, for a grand total of $86,628.09. Communications. For the month of August 2014, first I'd like to extend our congratulations to the organizers and volunteers of this year's Festival of the Voice that took place in Phoenicia this past weekend. The weather cooperated nicely all weekend, and event attendees thoroughly enjoyed everything from flamenco dancing to the opera on Saturday night. We also have to congratulate them on being awarded a $125,000 grant from the Empire State Development Corporation to ensure the continuing success here in Shandaken. So again, thank you to the organizers. It's a wonderful event, brought a lot of people into town, and continued success. Safari. This is our flavor. This month we have a resolution to renew the Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, with the Shandaken Watershed Stream Management Program here in Phoenicia. This MOU has afforded us multiple projects throughout the town over these past few years, and the program itself has awarded us multiple grants to accomplish many of the infrastructure and stream projects the town has completed since 2010, including the Stony Clove Channel modification in Phoenicia by the Main Street Bridge. Currently, from funds secured through the stream program, we are due to embark on a new implementation program, Local Flood Analysis, or LFA, to look at options to decrease expected flood elevations and the resiliency of homes and businesses within the hamlets of Phoenicia and Mount Tremper. If all goes well, we will follow with subsequent programs in the hamlets of Shandaken and Otavria. The newly acquired town engineering firm, Malone and McBroom, who did the engineering in Phoenicia previously, will be here with representatives at next month's town board meeting to introduce us to the LFA program and kick off the process. This will be followed by more localized meetings in those respective hamlets to ask residents their thoughts and ideas. And yes, Rick, included in those discussions will be exploration of deepening and widening the stream channel. Residents of those areas, I had to get you in there. Residents of those areas are encouraged to attend as many of these meetings as they can over the coming months in order to have their opinions included. MMI will assist in effectiveness of resident suggestions to fix the feasibility of the projects, availability of funding, and projections on construction activities. The calendar for this project to start implementation is by July of next year of 2015. We are also going to go out to bid for the final Emergency Watershed Protection, or EWP, stream project. This last project is a stream stabilization and bank restoration to take place on the Stony Clove Creek, just upstream of the Stony Clove Lane Bridge in Chichester. We will be holding special meetings later this month to receive and then award the bids once reviewed by the USDA engineer. The job should be completed by the end of September this year. Cell tower. The town was notified this past month that SBA Towers is acquiring assets held by Mariner Towers, who is the current leasee of the town-owned cell tower site by Glenbrook Park. They are due to go to closing this Friday and need our blessing for this to occur. The town attorney and I have reviewed the transfer documents and are in agreement that the transfer paperwork is consistent with the existing ground lease agreement in place with Mariner. The resolution tonight does nothing more than transfer the lease responsibilities to SBA Towers 5 LLC. The lease and extensions are good through December 31st of 2036. Also at the same time, MTC, or Margaretville Telephone Company Cable, has requested an easement for them to run fiber optic cables to the cell tower at Glenbrook. They already have run their trunk lines from the tower on Highmount to Route 42 and need a small easement to access the tower by placing 2 poles adjacent to the driveway leading to the town gravel bank. Eric has reviewed the proposed locations and determined that it would not interfere with current highway activities at the site. We have a resolution to approve the easement tonight. Vehicle replacement. The second town vehicle, a Ford Crown Vic, which came from the town police department, is not doing well. It has engine and transmission problems, as can be expected from a former police vehicle with over 200,000 miles on it. We have found a vehicle almost identical to the gold GMC Envoy that the town purchased a few years back, which is performing wonderfully. We have located a 2003 Chevy Trailblazer, the Chevy version of the Envoy, with less than 120,000 miles on it. We have existing funds in our capital projects line for such purchases. The vehicle will cost us $4,000 with the trade-in of the Crown Vic and provide us a second secure vehicle in which to perform many of the duties needed by multiple offices and employees throughout the year. Signs and kiosks. Kudos to Eric and the Highway Department for getting many of the new signposts up, and to Kurt Boyer for placing the new welcome signs around town. The smaller signs have started appearing on the smaller entry routes into town, as well as Big Indian Park. We also, special thanks to the Highway Department, Hugh Hurst, Mike Wentland, John and Jay Nicolati, Bill Schofield, Brian Perez, Brian Grant, and Councilman Higley for assisting in the build of the first town information kiosk. Also thanks to Big Indian Market and Deli for donating lunch for the work group. The main structure is up in the Big Indian Park, and we hope to complete the final touches before the unveiling of this year's Shandaken Day event. Excuse me. Cemetery. During the middle of last month, the town was paid a visit from the New York State Division of Cemeteries to inform the town that we are now the owners and operators of the Shandaken Rural Cemetery located on the south side of Route 28 here in Alabama. The previous cemetery board voted to disband, and under New York State law, the cemetery falls to the ownership of the local municipality. The board had tried to resolve a small legal matter prior to turning it over to the town, but to no avail. We have started talks to try and resolve this civilly amongst the parties involved and feel a resolution can be reached in time. The board also turned over to the town a fund containing around $50,000 attributed to the cemetery. But the state also informed us that many of the funds are required to be retained in a separate bank account with near $40,000 to be placed in a trust account to remain untouched, barring an emergency need. There are only about 6 plots left, and the town clerk's office will be responsible for handling those. Eric did have his crew do a mowing job to gauge the amount of time and manpower necessary for the maintenance. We're hoping that we can draw minimally from the funds to offset increases in costs for additional maintenance time and men needed for this property. The good news is that the transfer opens up a grant application for the town to acquire new equipment and for possible upgrades and repairs to the cemetery itself. Shandaken Day. This year's Shandaken Day is to be held in Big Indian Park on Saturday, August 23rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We have some unique and fun changes for this year's event. As stated previously, we hope to unveil the first of our new information kiosks for the town, and we hope to open a new horseshoe pit to be installed shortly. Of course, we have the kids' games and Shandaken Cup, if we can locate it. I'm also proud to announce, yeah, I'm looking at you.
I have it.
Found it. That would have been good news to know today, Tina. Thank you. I'm also proud to announce this year's honorees, Patricia and William Rudge and Mary Beth and Devin Mills, who will be the Hamlet Hero Award recipients, and Bob and Alexandria Stanley will receive the Pride of Shandaken Award, all well deserved. New this year is a unique marketing plan in conjunction with the Central Catskill Chamber of Commerce, who holds an annual event, the Great Outdoor Festival, on the same day as Shandaken Day each year. The town last year joined with them in other events to create what was dubbed a Getaway Giveaway Weekend. This helped us place ads in multiple venues while diversifying the cost of advertising for the entire weekend of events. The Chamber had an artist create a unique logo for this promotion to help in branding of the events and special weekends where we could entice visitors to return during our non-holiday periods. This year, we will ask that visitors enter a raffle at either event. They will receive a small token or a ticket. If they take the ticket to the other event, ours or theirs, they will receive a free t-shirt with the Catskill Getaway Giveaway logo. At the close of the day, Margaretville organizers, whose event closes at 4 p.m., will come to the Shandaken Day event just prior to our closing at 6 p.m. We will then draw from prizes that have been donated from around the region. In order to build this giveaway, we are planning on combining several of the offers into larger prizes, stay and dine packages, etc. Again, for non-holiday periods. Anyone interested in donating a gift to be raffled, please contact me in the office at 688-7165. Miscellaneous. Thanks go out to the Ulster County Sheriff and the Ulster County Corrections for providing us a work crew that will be working here at the Town Hall over the next 2 weeks. They will be cleaning and repainting the outside and some of the interior of the Town Hall. We do not have to pay for the labor and merely provide them with the power lift and paint necessary to complete the work. So these guys started today, and good luck on this. I hope they get it done. This year, the Hamlet of Phoenicia will once again celebrate Davy Crockett's birthday on Sunday, August 17th, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Main Street by Davy's statue. There will be a look-alike contest, Rich, and ukulele music will be the order of the day. All are welcome to attend, especially if you was born on a mountaintop in Tennessee. I had to throw that. Also, one final note from the DEP. Please note up in Pine Hill along Route 28 that the planned Pine Hill Sewer Extension Project is due to start construction within the next month or two. So,
I have a question.
it is not time for public comment, please. With that, I'd like to introduce a gentleman from, I'm sorry, I did not get your name, Representative from, Representative Chris Gibson's office is here to speak with us tonight for a moment.
Right. I was encouraged to make a statement before I leave. I didn't interrupt your meeting earlier because it was your meeting. The purpose of me being here is...
Wait, I just have to change the tape and so.
What was your name, sir? The first name is George, my last name. I've been working for Chris Gibson for the last 4 years. I have the 4 years that I've been working with him. The comments that started generating in our office this year regarding the closure or changes in their postal system, as they come into the office, we don't just put them in a box or in a file cabinet. Those are presented to the regional office in White Plains, as well as they go to Washington, D.C., where we have people on staff that they're only involved in that issue. I have personally sat in White Plains at the regional meetings to learn the national plan, the regional plan for getting the postal system back on track. And the only thing I can tell you is not just to close post offices, it's to listen to you people too. The issues that you bring to us, we take to them and we work to try to get you what you're looking for. We have Saturday delivery continued because the issue came to us and it was presented to the right people and worked on. Not just by one person, not one congressman worked on it. It was nationally that they worked on it. So whatever people like yourself, Mr. Lasko, bring to me, I will forward and we will work on it. How successful we're going to be, it depends on how convincing we are to the people that need to hear it and how receptive they are also. I didn't come tonight to make a big speech. It's important that you understand why we're here and that we try to be at as many community meetings as we can.
I wish you well.
We appreciate your comments. Thank you. My office is in Kingston, New York. It's at 721 Broadway. I did leave my card with a couple people here. The phone number is available. People have comments on a lot of different issues. We accept those comments and we listen to them and we try to do what we can to be as supportive as we can. We all don't agree on everything, but we work hard to make it better for you.
Thank you.
Trust me, there will be a motion tonight probably to entertain something along the lines of what Mr.
Exactly. I have made notes throughout the time I've been here to include the suggestion that the board do something in form of a resolution.
I'm just curious about the supervisor hiding the equipment and making money. They won't let me ask them.
First off, I have no idea what you're talking about. Second of all,
Not
that
me.
the public comment for the public comment period. This gentleman is not with the USPS, and he's not here with the town.
I know, I understand.
Any other questions? Points? Thank you for your time,
Yes.
and feel free to contact us.
Thank you, George. Appreciate it. With that, we will go to committee reports. Ambulance?
Good evening. July 2014 report, the town of Shandaken ambulance. Total calls received was 44. Mutual aid given, 1 to the town of Olive, none received. A month filled with music was the theme to the ambulance this July. Starting with Bel Air Music Benefit and ending with our standby at the Festival of the Voice, our crews were able to not only engage in public awareness and education, but also hear some spectacular artists along with all of the citizens and visitors that made July one of our busiest months to date. So we begin August with the end of the Festival of the Voice, but have our work cut out for us as we prepare for a full-service New York State Department of Health inspection, 2-year agency recertification, and continue to stand by for the inevitable onslaught of calls during our peak summer season. As the rubber hatch, as we call it, is in full swing on the Esopus, be mindful of pitfalls specific to tuning, and if embarking on such an endeavor. 2 of the biggest safety tips to convey would be to listen to the pre-tuning instruction of the tube rental professionals, as their advice is from experience on the river, and be particularly careful during times of decreased visibility secondary to turbidity, as hidden underwater obstruction can be present. Also, we'd like to extend a congratulations to longtime squad member Chad Story upon his appointment to police chief for the town of Shandaken. It is without a doubt that Chad will continue to prove as a valuable resource to the town, and we all look forward to working alongside him in this new position, as we have with him in this great department in years past. Of note, in the mileage, you'll see Unit 7851. There's a OOS after the extremely low mileage on that vehicle, and that's due to an air conditioning unit being out of service in that vehicle. If uncooled in high temperatures, it would render the life-saving medications carried within it useless and ruined. Replacement of such medications, believe it or not, would cost upwards of $5,000. So she's getting a well-deserved break until such parts come in. Thank you.
Police.
July 2014 monthly statistical report. The police department handled a total of 190 calls. We patrolled 6,255 miles. We made 11 arrests, charging 26 charges, 2 parking tickets, and 29 traffic tickets.
You should water out.
Rob,
I'm sorry. George?
To do with the, that's probably what I'm going to do, the question, last month ago, we said that those ballistic